Okay, so this is really on my heart, my mind. I'm not trying to save anybody, and this message is literally just for my subscribers because it's not going to get any traction, and I know it. But it doesn't change the fact that I shouldn't share what's on my heart. So I am stuck working on a trailer, and it's because wire problems. So the thought that is just haunting me right now is you can have truth, but if it doesn't connect, it doesn't do any good. And I have some principles that I'd like to share that I am really amazed that it's what we're watching, or at least part of it. So I'm gonna edit in a video that's talking about essentially an occult practice, and just listen very carefully. I'm gonna cut back and I'm gonna share some thoughts on it. So step one.
So there is an occult practice that says before darkness can implement its plan, it has to alert the light so that the light can either meet it and engage it and potentially battle and suppress it, or the light can be apathetic and do nothing, in which case the evil is not the evil intent of the actor, it is the failure of the light to respond. And that's a very important esoteric twist, because the evil becomes, did we do nothing to actually countermeasure the darkness?
Okay, take two. You've watched the interesting insight shared by that gentleman on the occult practice. I think it's interesting, and the thing that I want to tie in for you is God is actually doing the same thing in the reverse. So in the New Testament, Paul talks about knowledge of sin comes by way of the law. Without the law, I have no knowledge of sin. But then those without the law, yet keep the law, become a law unto themselves. What in the world is Paul talking about? What it is God is trying to get us to become something that we're naturally not. And he does it by giving us instruction. The instruction are commandments. Instruction is synonymous with the word law in the Hebrew. So, when God, the way I like to tie it together is with like chore charts with my kids. My 5-year-old, I would never expect him to do the things that my 18-year-old does on her chore chart. It's just not reasonable. But ultimately, why am I giving them chores? To help out? Sure. But ultimately, I'm trying to help my kids develop into being functional adults. If I don't teach them the ways to function in a society, then they're not going to be functional adults. Okay? So that's the purpose of my instruction or my law or my commandments. It's all trying to help them grow. And it's progressive. Okay? But each time that knowledge comes, I'm trying to help them elevate. Now, if my 5-year-old did chores that are on my 18-year-old's chart, I'd be shocked that he knew how to do them, but I would be super excited if he did. Okay? So that's how those that without the law yet keep the law become a law unto themselves. Like the purpose and point of the law, they wind up doing. There's a lot of nuance within that, but what I'm trying to share with you is simply when God's bringing us knowledge of something, then that's his way of elevating us. And it's interesting to me that Satan is actually bringing us knowledge of things, hoping we're going to sit on the couch and eat potato chips and not do the chore. Okay? It's the exact same pattern in reverse. I think this is really insightful, and I'm just inviting anybody listening to consider the multifaceted ways that this principle applies and connect those wires in your thought process, because we're living in a time where you can learn the truth of something or the approximate truth of something if you're willing to look. Okay? More thoughts, please comment additional thoughts. I'm not connecting everything, but that's what I wanted to share with you. I'm going to get back to work. Thanks for watching.